Hi and welcome. We're the Weasley sisters. This is episode 168. I'm Jessica, aka Naturally Nitty.
And I'm Alina, aka Starnet. Today is March 8th, which is also International Women's Day. Yeah. This is our weekly / monthly podcast.
Sorry.
If you're a watcher, thanks for coming and watching. If you're a returner, thanks for coming back. And this is a planning podcast, so we're going to plan. I know it's late. It's the 8th.
I know. I'm sorry. So grab your knitting, pull up a chair, and craft along with us. Okay. So I am so not into the world of the house cup right now, and I feel out of it.
That's why I try not to take time off.
I mean, it's been nice, but I will be definitely signing up because I feel out of it.
So right now, newts, you can start turning your newts in for 100%.
I can't believe this term's almost over.
I know. Same for your owl, and you have until the 20th of March to turn your order missions.
What's Quidditch been like?
Quidditch is up.
Have you done anything?
Yeah, no, for Quidditch, I did the first one, I think. For Quidditch, rotation 3 starts tomorrow. Okay. So you can pick a floor. The second floor is magical bugs and diseases. And then the fourth floor is the Janice Stickley ward. So there's all kinds of options. Okay, so for the first option, let me go back and see it. Option 1. So for the second floor, option 1 is widely spread, highly contagious diseases. Choose a pattern with at least 500 projects on Ravelry. Link to the pattern page in your header. Option 2, diseases that are easily spread with a confined environment. Choose a pattern that has been made by a fellow house cupper. This can be a currently active student, whether sorted, not quite first year, or student on sabbatical. Provide a link to their project page in your header. Option 3, diseases spread by an alpha individual. Choose a pattern designed by a house cupper, past or present. Link to the pattern in your header. Option 4, join the search for patient 0. We're going to need lots of string to trace our steps. Does anybody know here how to make yarn? Remember, you may make up to 2 projects chosen from the above, and they're each available for bonus. There's no minimum yardage, but there is a yardage bonus. So that's kind of fun, actually. So you're like crafting what other people crafted.
That is fun.
It's kind of cool.
It's always fun.
So
Cool.
The fourth floor is the Janice Stickley ward. Sorry, I'm scanning through. Option 1, craft something to make someone else feel good. This can be a gift or something for charity. Explain in your turn-in who the intended recipient is. Option 2, brighten up the ward by crafting home decor. Option 3, many of our residents are yarn crafters. Help us keep our cabinet with expanding charms full for our residents by dyeing or spinning supplies. So that's cool, but that doesn't start until tomorrow, so
Right. Cool. All right. Should I move on to classes?
Sure.
Ancient Ruins is Sweden runestones, crafting something reminiscent of the colors of the region: blue, greens, grays, or the runes found there. We will be accepting Ravelry crafts and other needle crafts: sewing, cross-stitching, embroidery, needle felting, etc. If it uses a needle, it's acceptable. If you're unsure, please ask. So yeah.
Okay, so that's a cool one. They took us to, you went on a field trip, and they took us to Sweden where there's runestones. And then they took us to America where someone there's in a museum, there's a rune stone that someone said they found when they were plowing their farm.
Okay.
And in the 1800s, and they weren't sure why it's supposedly fake, but they're not sure why they would have faked that back in the 1800s. But anyway, so that was the backstory of that stuff.
That's cool.
It was kind of cool. Next up is architecture, which if you remember, this year is a new subject, or this term. So we're studying bathrooms. So craft something for or inspired by a bathroom. So they're accepting all Ravelry crafts in addition to beading, jewelry, sewing, needlepoint, pottery, woodworking, as long as they fit the prompt. So that's kind of cool. So if you make those wood toilet paper holders, if your bathroom doesn't have it on the wall and you have to have a fancy one, there you go.
No, I think that's cool.
Yeah, or there's a ton of toilet paper cover, funny ones, so that you have to do too.
You could also weave towels.
Yeah, there's a better class. Go on.
Oh, yeah, I haven't written any. Whatever. No, that's cool though. Pottery, that's fun.
Yeah.
All right. Arithmancy is pie. Crafting something circular. Knitters and crocheters make something circular or something in the round. Weavers make something on a round loom or something circular. Spinners spin fractal yarn. Dyers dye a skein of yarn that's already been balled or caked.
That could be kind of fun.
And in a special honor of Pi Day, March 14th, extra bonus points will be given to any student who includes pie in their project photo. Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
I like pie.
I do too. I like berry pie with
So dye a skein of yarn that's already been balled or caked. That would be interesting. Right?
I did that. It turned out really cool.
Is it a grade, or not even a gradient, but I bet the middle doesn't really get anything, right? Unless you inject it in there.
I injected it into the middle and then it went out.
Oh, that's
so
fun.
It was there was a lot of white and of course it's green. Actually, I think it's in my project page. I don't think I've ever knit with it. Or maybe did I give it away? I don't remember. But I think that would be kind of fun.
That would be. I haven't dyed anything in a long time.
Me either.
But circular or in the round, you could pretty much make anything. Socks, hats, mittens.
Yeah. And of course, fractal spinning is fun. So.
Yeah, that's a go-to of mine, for sure.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, next up is astronomy.
There.
Oh, yeah, pie. I wonder if you get extra points for turning it on the 14th. Oh, yeah, extra bonus points. Oh, no. It doesn't say that. Okay, so next up is eclipse or astronomy. We're studying the eclipses. There are 2 eclipses during the month of March. The total solar eclipse will be visible in Indonesia and Australia and over the southern Pacific Ocean on March 9th. So we won't be able to see it. But there's also a penumbral eclipse, what we will be able to see from western USA and in the eastern Asia. This one will occur on March 23rd, and it's particularly interesting because the moon will be moving into the outside shadow of the Earth. The moon will not get red, but it will get darker. So your job this month is to craft something dark, like an eclipse. I knew there was an eclipse coming this month. I didn't know there was 2. I also didn't know that we won't be able to see them.
No, but that's so cool.
Yeah.
So craft something.
We'll talk but I read a book that there was an eclipse like that, and it was like the end of the world. But anyway, moving right along.
All right. Charms. Protego. For this assignment, you will need to craft something that will protect you against the flavorful onslaught, or if your charm isn't strong enough, you might craft something as colorful as the bean that found its mark.
Start throwing.
I'm totally
jelly.
Confused by that.
Throwing jelly beans or whatever they're called.
Oh, okay. Okay, I was like, flavorful? And I was like, did I read that right? That's funny. The kids love doing that game, that Bean Boozled game with the Jelly Bellies, is that what they're called? What are they called?
Madison and Bella got some of that for Christmas, but I don't think we've played it.
Well, a neighbor friend of ours must have got it for something, but like they went over and had a play date and they played that game and they're like, it was disgusting. Like they sat for an hour, like you have to like pick a color, but it could be like a gross flavor or an okay flavor. I'm like, it's gross.
Yeah, I couldn't do that.
No. Anyways, my thing keeps moving at me.
So that could be fun because if you craft something to protect yourself, hat, scarf, mitten,
anything,
or anything of any color, and then just find the jelly bean there.
Basically, that's a freebie that you can pick anything that you want and say, boom, it's this flavor, or it's protecting me, because any type of garment would work. Or even if you have like a multicolored thing, you could say it's like a bag of them.
Yeah, like the whole your protection charm did not work. So
I just threw the bag at
it. Okay.
Anyways,
divination is ovomancy, which is egg fortune telling, I guess. I didn't read exactly what the ovomancy meant, but it has to do with eggs and something like that. If you want more detailed explanation of that, you have to go read the prompt. So for your homework this month, use ovomancy as your inspiration. Craft something inspired by an egg. Dyers can use onion skins or Easter egg dyes. Excuse me, to dye yarn or fiber. So that's pretty wide open too.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
Yeah, by the time I was putting this in the thing, I was trying to rush around, and then I realized I was an hour early. So I guess I could have went back and did it, but I just decided to work.
That's okay.
So, sorry about that.
No, that's cool. All right, Muggle Studies is 1980. Your assignment, should you choose to accept it, is to craft something inspired by one of the fads in the 1980s. That's totally awesome. That's like neon everything. I
hate neon colors.
80s plastic.
It's like totally on trend right now.
It is.
And it could knit like leg warmers or a headband. Totally 80s. Totally. Okay. Okay, next up is Transfiguration. We are studying Arthur Dent, who is the guy from The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. And in honor of Arthur Dent's adventures through the galaxy this month, we would like you to remain calm and conjure an item that is mostly harmless or useful for travel. So that's when you said towel. That's where this would go. I'm actually seriously plotting weaving a towel or actually a bath mat, but calling it a towel because I need a bath mat, and I've been talking about this for months, and this would be the perfect one because you need a towel when you go hitchhiking anywhere, according to those books and movies.
True.
And radio production. good. And I think it was an older movie too. Yeah, so that would be fun. I really like those books. They were fun.
I've never read them.
They're funny. You would like them. They're like totally hilarious. Tongue in cheek. Everything.
I should read them.
Okay, so that's our planning podcast. We're not very planny.
Sorry.
If you want more detail on divination, you got to go read it. We're going to go to a regularly scheduled podcast. So, mojo. Have any mojo?
I do. Look, I finished the shawl I've been working on for the past, 4 months.
That's awesome. Yay. It looks good.
And it's really hot, actually. I haven't
What was your hand spun?
Yeah, this is 8 ounces of hand spun.
What colors? I mean, what fiber?
It's Cloud Lover, I believe, and it's Targi. I forget what the colorway was called. But Cloud Lover fiber. I did the Mara shawl, sort of. I kind of followed the pattern, but instead of just increasing on the edge every other row, I increased on the edge on every row, so the wings are a lot longer. Otherwise, it would have just been like a more basic triangle.
Right.
Am I making sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so I changed that. And then also, as I got to the end, you're supposed to do an inch of 1x1 ribbing, and then you do a row of increases, and then switch to 2x2, which I completely forgot about. I was just going to town on the 1x1 ribbing, and I was getting really close to where I was going to bind off, and I was looking at the pattern to see what bind off they suggested, and I was like, crap, I totally did not even follow the pattern. And then I was like, I don't want to rip it out. A, because I was almost out of yarn and I was almost done. B, because if I would have had to do that increase row, I would have doubled my stitches and it wouldn't have been as long of ribbing. You know what I mean? It would have totally shortened it up because you increase your stitches. So anyways, so I just bound off. I still need to block it some, but also look at this. I played Yarn Chicken.
Holy
that
cow.
is all I had left. 5 inches.
That's awesome.
I know. It worked out perfectly. What I did was I weighed the leftover ball when I came close to the end. The last couple rows I did to see how much weight I knit for one row.
Oh, yeah.
And then I think when I had 3 grams left, I bound off. Yeah, but it worked out perfectly. So yeah, I just need to block it. It's super squishy, and I like it. It's pretty, and I think I fractal spun this because I had 2 braids of roving. So one I think I just spun pretty much as is, and the other one I split up into strips. So it's kind of stripy. I don't know. You can't really see it all.
Yeah. No, it looks good.
But I'm excited. It's done.
So now what? Oh, well, wait. I have a mojo.
You have a mojo.
So I finished part of my owl, which was the Bitterroot shawl. Bless you.
Sorry.
I actually have to sew in the end.
Awesome.
But it turned out really nice and pretty, and I blocked it already. I block and then I sew in ends.
Yeah.
That's just how I roll. But if you notice, I must have been, when I was doing it, I must have been thinking, the pattern's off. And I did it like this. It's supposed to look like it changes every so often here. But if you look, it's straight, and then it changes. But I figured it looks okay because, some shawls have a plain top and then the fanciness. And it's going to a non-knitter, And I noticed it when I was like 4 rows from the end of my shawl. And I was like, I'm not going to rip back to the beginning of my shawl to make it all match. So yeah. But yeah, so I finished that because I was working towards my 50% of my owl, which I didn't make. So yeah.
But still,
we
you
can
finished
move on.
the shawl. That's awesome.
Yeah, so I need to sew in the ends and mail it off to our cousin. So, which I was going to do, but I was kind of waiting for us to podcast, and I need to take pictures of it not blocking. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Cool.
So, yeah. Works in progress. Do you have any works in progress?
Yeah. I started a baby blanket. It's not much right now, obviously. Dawn, our sister, asked if I would make her a baby blanket for her friend who's having a child. I think in May or something like that. But she sent me a picture of her like baby's room colors, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull it up in 2 seconds. And I think I went to Nitpicks and picked out. So these are the colors scheme she sent. She said the third one down is white. She checked. So I went to Nitpicks and I decided to try out Mighty Stitch, which is 20% superwash wool and 80% acrylic. So it's washable, but it's super soft, and it comes in 100 grams for 208 yards, so it's worsted weight. And I think it was less than $4 a ball, which isn't bad for that amount of yardage, I don't think.
I know.
Anyways, but these are the colors I got. The teal is a little darker than the picture she sent.
I think it'll be okay.
But I think it'll be good. I hope they'll like it. Did I say I'm doing the chevron baby blanket yet?
Yeah.
If you look it up on Ravelry, it's just a chevron. It's got big, like, 10-row stripes of chevron. And that's basically all it is. So that's what I'm doing. But I like the it's soft. It's super soft. I kind of want to knit a little swatch and wash it up and see how it washes, because I could see this being like a good one to do kids' sweaters out of or something like that.
Yeah. Because the wool in there will help it hold its shape.
And add a little warmth and whatnot. Not that acrylic's not warm, but I don't know. I like wool. But I thought it was good, good price and pretty colors, so I thought I'd try it. But basically, so the pattern is like 2 rows that you repeat. So I'm hoping it'll go fast. I'm just starting. I just cast on last night.
I'm sure it will go fast because you are a fast.
Well, and it's my only project that I'm going to be working on. So.
And you don't have anything like it's the end of the month telling you this.
No, but I will try to finish it. If not this month, by next month, so that my eye keeps switching. So I can start fresh with classes. Come.
So
May? Does the new term start in May?
What?
Does the new term start in May? Right? We have off in April.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah. That's
unless you're doing a new, then it starts May. I mean April. So I'm not going to finish my owl. I can just tell you that right now. So I finished that, and then I was working on my Hermione sweater sleeve, and I had picked up stitches.
You froze.